Okay, hello everyone, welcome to the Heist Media channel. Here with my wife. We're going on a picnic in our brand new MK8 GTI. So we got this car a week ago? Yeah, about a week ago. 254 miles on it, so it's brand new. We went with the DSG. This is our daily driver. We have another car on the channel. I have a 2011 Mini Cooper S manual. That car is slammed with camber. But this is just our everyday vehicle, so nothing has been done to this car yet, but we'll get into that. So let's get going. Our seat heaters and our steering wheel heater is already on. There's a setting on the car that those will automatically come on when the temperature is a certain degrees outside. I think the number is 50. I haven't had those come on when it's read over 50 degrees, but it's 47 now. So they came on automatically, and you can set if you want them to come on full power, medium, light. They each have 3 adjustments. It's a pretty comfortable ride. It's a little bit stiffer than what we had before, but I guess that also just depends on the quality of the roads near you. But it's definitely not unbearable. And actually on the highway, I think it's pretty comfortable. The seats are really nice. This is an SE model, but we do have the leather seats in here, so. Ooh, I should look at the menu real quick. Okay, so picking up where we left off. Exhaust. So we're probably gonna buy the exhaust today when we get home. But our choice is, we don't plan on doing a downpipe on the car because we don't plan on tuning the car. So, oh no, I spilled the coffee on me. Oh well, it'll be okay. So we don't plan on tuning the car, so we don't need a downpipe. So with that being said, because the downpipe is staying stuck, we probably want a louder exhaust system because of how restricted the downpipe is. So that leaves us with really only 2 choices, but there's more choices inside of those 2. So Miltech race exhaust, that is non-resonated, no muffler. That is choice number 1. Choice number 2 would be the AWE track exhaust. The thing that I'm not sold on with the AWE is that it has a resonator. And the other thing is the exhaust tips on the AWE are 5 inches. The Miltech is 4.5. The 4.5 tip is big. The 5-inch on the AWE seems very large. My concern with that would be the exhaust tip melting the plastic diffuser. The diffuser is not necessarily very expensive, but I don't want to just buy a new diffuser just because I want to run a 5-inch tip, you know. So that's something to keep in mind. So I think we'll go with the Miltech, and then like I said, we had 2 choices inside of the Miltech. So Sabrina and I really like the Club Sport tips. So that's kind of what we're leaning towards right now. But that would mean that it's the same exhaust system. It's the Miltech race, whether you get the round tips or the oval tips. The only difference between the 2 is that if we go with the Club Sport tips, we will need to get a Club Sport diffuser. so an extra purchase is required there. The diffuser is like $150. So that, I mean, that is definitely not the expensive part out of the exhaust system, that's for sure. But just something to keep in mind. If you like the look of the Club Sport tips, you like the look of the Club Sport diffuser. We like it. I think that's what we're gonna go with. But it depends on some other factors, how, like where we can get the Club Sport diffuser, how long it will take to ship, if we have to wait for it to come from Germany. That's a whole another list of questions. So we'll figure that out, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna go the route of Miltech Race. But the plan for the channel, so as I mentioned earlier, briefly, I do have a 2011 Mini Cooper S manual. The car has coilovers, control arms, camber. It's got tilted front sleeves at -10 degrees. It's not completely put together right now. It's been sitting in the garage for a while, just because I was kind of not sure of the direction I wanted to go with it. But I do plan on getting that car put back together. It runs, it drives. Right now it's kind of like stock suspension because I had some rotiforms on that car and I sold the wheels and sold the spacers. So when I went to go put the coilovers back on the car and put everything back together, I was like, oh crap, I can't even drive the car anyways on stocks because the offset is not aggressive enough. It was hitting the coilovers. That's not because of the camber. That'll just happen anyways on minis. You cannot do aftermarket suspension on minis without aftermarket wheels or spacers. So we can do some install videos for the Mini, do some POV driving videos like this one for the Mini. I have a Honda Monkey. I don't really ride my motorcycle that much, but I do have a clip that I could do some POV videos on the Monkey if you guys would like to see that. But like I said, that would kind of be like a rare thing. I don't ride that much. To be honest, it's just not worth the risk sometimes that you take when you're riding a motorcycle. So I would do it for fun every now and then, but that wouldn't be like a consistent thing. And I plan on selling the motorcycle anyways, but while we have it, we can take advantage of it. And we can do install videos on this car, and some more POV. Really, it'll be a lot of POV driving. I think I really enjoy those videos. Specifically with the exhaust, when I'm looking up parts for the car or I'm looking for exhaust on the car, I want to know everything, right? Like, I don't want to just hear the car cold start and that's it. That doesn't tell me anything about what it's like to live with that exhaust. Or some people, they have really great videos showcasing the exhaust and they're doing all their POV videos and they do the flybys, but they might stay in sport mode the entire time. Well, I don't want to know what it's like in sport mode. Or they might stay in manual mode all the time. I don't want to know what it's like in manual mode. Obviously, you have a manual transmission, that's one thing, but I want to know what the exhaust sounds like when you're in drive, in comfort, when you're in sport mode with sport transmission, when you're in sport mode with manual shift. So there's a few things that I'd like to see personally on exhaust videos that they haven't really done for me yet, so just do it myself. When you're in sport mode, if you downshift to around 3,000 RPMs, you'll get a backfire out of the exhaust. get a backfire on the mic. Little one. There you go. Wow, the exhaust is really gonna wake this thing up. So we can actually hear what the car is doing. I'm sure it'll sound great. So let's go down on the lever. That puts me back into sport transmission. And then we'll go ahead and press our mode button and we'll go back into comfort. Plenty of torque from this motor. Right up to speed without trying. I actually need to slow down. Overall, I think it's a great daily driver. Okay. The bumps aren't anything back-breaking, but definitely if you're not used to being in a sportier model of a car, it can be pretty shocking at first. Obviously our GTI can handle a bit better than this Kia. Volkswagen Stone Mountain. Oh. It's kind of an odd experience to be talking to a camera on my head.
Yeah.
It's not that weird, but this car also has no tint, so everyone's just kind of staring at me with the camera. Although I think when I was younger and I had my Subaru, I think I did this before. This exact same thing. I think I drove around with a camera on my head. And I didn't think it was weird then.
It's not weird. A lot of people do it.
I've never seen anyone do this outside of YouTube. I've never been sitting in traffic and looked over and said, hey, that guy's got a GoPro on his head.
Wow. People do it.
Well, yeah, but I've never personally seen anyone do it.
I have.
Really?
Yeah, you.
Okay. But I guess that's it for our video. More videos will be on the way. We'll have the exhaust install. Then we'll have a POV drive with the exhaust. Maybe do another POV video of me going to school. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. So, see ya.